Hi everyone. Okay, so we've had a little cold front, and in Texas that means that it's like 60 degrees right now, which means we're all freezing. So for those of you in real wintry weather, forgive us. Our blood is made out of margaritas and queso, and we freeze when it gets below 65 degrees. But it's still an awesome spring day, and I'm outside, so in the backyard. So I just thought we could turn everything on its side and take that positive spin on things. And because I'm freezing, I thought we could start with a little fire breath. And also, when we do everything today, I'm going to modify with a chair as well. So to get started, we're going to do a little fire breath. So we're just going to sit tall in our chair, hands on the knees, nice tall seat, that sitting bone connected directly, belly button gently tucked back, but that belly is soft. So we're not expending a lot of energy pulling back that belly button. We're just making sure that we keep that tuck, and then our sternum is lifted high, shoulders up, back, and down, crown of the head towards the heavens. And with those hands, just relax. Take that nice deep breath and let everything go. See that smile on your face. Feel that health, that strength within. Send it out to the whole world. We're going to do a little bellow breathing and stoke our inner fires today. I need some heat. So we're going to just take those hands and just lay one palm on top of the other. You can connect those thumbs, just get a little connection and relax. Relaxing those shoulders down. And then we're going to inhale, and that belly's really going to expand. Nice soft belly, really expanding. And then imagine those old fireplace bellows that you would squeeze, and they would push the air out into the fire, blowing on that fire and getting those flames to really ignite. We're going to pull back that belly very suddenly, exhaling through that nose as we do. And we're pulling that belly in nice and sharp each time, like a fireplace bellow. You don't have to worry about the inhale, it's an automatic. Your belly just naturally refills. So you're focusing on those exhales, and it's all through that nose, but it's going to be that deep. It's not here in the sinuses, and it's in a deep place because you're pushing that air out from that belly button. So just think of that belly snapping back. You can go as slow as you need to. If you can get several of them going in a row, though, try it up to 10, try it up to 20. Really speed it up as much as you can, but you're just smacking back that belly every time. Just sort of squeezing and pumping out the air, using that force of your belly button, just pulling back suddenly. And you'll feel it. And really feel that belly soft and expanding as it lets go and fills up naturally, pulling it back with that force to squeeze everything out really suddenly. And it's going to build that heat in you. You're going to feel it like, oh, I just did some crunches, because you're snapping back, you're getting that nice core work, you're getting that fire stoked within you, and you're sitting nice and tall. So it's allowing that energy to kind of flow up. You might even get a little bit of a head rush. So then just take a nice deep, soothing, relaxing, deep belly breath and let everything calm back down. And you can do several rounds of those. Just stoke that inner fire, stoke that energy, build up some heat. So then I thought that we could do a little turning on our side. So we're going to just first of all step nice and wide. You're still comfortable here in our knees. We're still nice and loose. And like I said, if you want to modify with your chair for this, because we're going to forward fold, you can turn sideways nice and wide. And as you come forward, as we're going to bend forward, use your chair as support. Otherwise, if you feel confident enough, you can just come down with those nice, easy knees. Make sure you're not pushing back and locking in those knees. We're just going to come forward and place our hands underneath our bodies and let our heads just sink towards the floor. You're going to feel that stretch in the back of those hamstrings. Make sure you've got given the knees. And nice stretch here. Again, that belly button is coming towards those thighs. Just let everything relax here. And those feet are just gently parallel. Weight in the entire foot. And then if you're using your chair, you can be doing this and just relaxing with your chair. And then we're going to do a little twisting. So just to show you from the front, you can be using the chair for this as well. But here we are with our hands down, and then we're going to just follow the back of that right hand up to the shoulder height, and then up, opening up that heart towards the side, the upper hand stacked right above that lower hand. And we're not leaning into that lower hand. We can pick it up because we're using our cores right here. But we're getting that nice stretch off to the side. You can keep your glance out to the side or bring it up towards the sky, whatever feels good on your neck. Nice deep breath here. And then as we exhale, we're just going to gently, slowly bring that right hand down, plant it, and then inhale. Left hand up towards the sky. You're getting a twist in your spine. You're opening your heart to the side. In, exhale, down. Really let everything sink here. And just bend those knees. And again, inhale. And exhale. And inhale. It's like you're doing yoga with Cousin It right now. My hair. And exhale. Whoops. And let everything just hang. And then bring it back up. Now, if you're using that chair for that, again, you're just there in that nice bend, and then you can just modify with that chair. Maybe make it so that your hand is right underneath your heart. And you still get that extra tuck in your belly button. You're really not using the chair. It's just a little bit of a modification. But you're really using that core. So you're not leaning into that chair. And keep it nice and slow. And do it with the breath. So inhale, opening up. We're twisting that waist. And we still loosen those knees. And exhale, bring it down. And then inhale, opposite side. And exhale, bring it down. And again, relaxing. Nice, easy knees. Really feeling that nice stretch through the back of those hamstrings. No, look at that. You can even rest your head on your chair, depending on where the height of the seat is. And then roll back up. So either way you want to do that. Now, we can also do a little bit of our triangle. So we're going to step back on the long length way of our mat. We're going to step back as if we were going to do warriors, but we're keeping our hips forward facing if we're on that long part of the mat, facing towards that wide side. And those front toes are still facing straight out. Those heels are in a nice straight line. And this rear foot is in about 45. But this time our hips are facing out towards the side. And we're going to keep those knees straight as well. We're not going to bend our knee. But we are going to reach forward with that left hand over that left leg. And then just bringing and relaxing that left hand down. We're really thinking this is reaching, reaching, reaching up. As we slide that left hand just gently down that shin, coming to rest either on the ankle or on the floor, or you could have a block right here. I forgot my block today, but you could have a block right here. And then you can gaze up at the sky. Our heart is open. Our hand is towards the heaven. There's energy in those fingertips. Our head is right over our knee. We're not torquing forward. Our head is right over our knee. Make sure your head over knee over foot. It's like if somebody picked you up They could put you inside a toaster, or your body is in that nice straight position. And again, we're keeping a little ease in that knee. We don't want to be pressing back into any joints. So we're really not putting any weight into that lower hand. We're thinking of it as a lifting up. You're getting a lot of core work and a lot of side work here. And then inhale as if somebody is just pulling you right back up. And then we're going to switch. So here we can just bring those left toes in at 45 degrees and those right toes out straight towards the back. And again, those hips are facing towards the long side of the mat. And again, arms up at shoulder height. Reaching this time over that right foot with that right arm. Bring that hand down, and then as we come down, we're just gently sliding that hand down the shin towards the ankle, towards the floor, whatever feels good. Doesn't matter how far down you come. Just keeping that nice head over the knee, not bringing it forward and sticking that booty out, but making sure that our head stays right over our knee and our hand is reaching up. And really, there's no weight down below. We're reaching nice and high here, and we're keeping that belly button tucked. That core is getting lots of work on that side as well. That breath is flowing deeply the whole time. And raise it right back up. Now, before I move on to any further steps in that, we can use our chair in our homes. So for back here, I guess we could do chair here over that straight leg. And then as you come up, you can just keep that chair right there as a support. You're still not putting any weight into that chair. It's just there for you. And you can be reaching up nice and tall. And again, that head is still over the knee. There's still a little looseness in that front knee. You're just using that chair for a little bit of support. Make sure your toes are nice and relaxed and you're not gripping the earth. And your legs aren't so wide that you can't keep a little bend and give in those knees. So don't step so wide that you're pressed back into any joints. And then right back up. And then, you can just probably just switch your position so that you don't have to move your chair. But same thing. Just using that seat of the chair for your modified triangle. And holding it, and we're getting extra core work here. And so one more, and keep the chair there if you want to, because the modification will work for that next step, because we're just going to just come back to that first side. So left foot forward, right foot in about 45 degrees. Inhale, reaching out, bringing that hand down as we keep that head right over that knee. Open heart, coming into that second position of triangle. And again, there's no weight in that lower, and there's some nice give in that knee. Really opening up, and the core work here. Get some deep breaths while you're here. And really keep those shoulders nice and stacked. You don't want to turn your body towards the floor. You want to keep it nice and open towards the side. Shoot some energy out of that fingertips. And then use that upper hand. Pretend somebody's grabbing that hand and picking you up. And again, you can be using the chair for that. So I'll use the chair for the second side. Or stick with the original. Whichever one feels better for you and more secure. So inhaling up. Reaching forward. We're all on one side here, like our body's in between two panes of glass. Reaching forward. This time you can reach out to the chair. Shin, chair, doesn't matter, whatever feels best. That head is still right over the knee. And then hand reaching over, parallel right by that ear. Heart open towards the side. Not a lot of pressure in that hand, and some nice give in that knee. Upper hand. Right back up and turn those feet towards the front. Wiggle those knees out. And step in. Bring it to the heart. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale those hands up. Oops. Beware of low beams. Dive forward. Keep some nice give in those knees. And again, use your chair if you need to use your chair here. Let everything hang. And then roll that spine up one vertebrae at a time. Just shaking it out. You can bring a little balance into your life right here. Just a little tree to finish it off. So, with those feet nice and planted, either hip distance or together in that starting position. Really feel roots coming out of that right foot as we pick up that left heel. And again, here, if you have a chair or a kitchen counter or something, feel free to use that. Just make sure you're gazing at something, not moving. And if you're using something for that, just to make sure you don't fall, just don't put a lot of weight into it. Don't lean on it. Just have it there to keep you safe, to feel safe. And then if you press your foot against your standing leg, just make sure you're not pressing against the knee. And really turn this knee out to the side so we get the benefit of that open hip. We never want to press back into our joints, and we never want to put any pressure against our joints. So if you want to come up high, just make sure that you bring it up high into that groin above the knee. And then you can grow some branches. Slippery pants don't equal a lot of stick. And the act of bringing that beautiful balance into your life, and you're still engaged in that core. So there's all kinds of work going on here. See a smile, send out strength, send out love, send out health. Bring it down. Sometimes life gets stormy. You can bring a little wind into your branches. Make sure you're looking at something and you've got that counter there or that chair there to make sure you don't fall. And know that no matter what, regaining that balance, bringing that balance in, that's all that matters. Just knowing that you can do that over and over. It doesn't matter how many times you have to start. And then go for that opposite side so we're balanced. Picking up, knowing each side is totally different. Just breathing here. Bringing up branches. And for some reason, I've always noticed that I have better balance outside than I do inside. I'm not sure if it's a vision thing or if it's just a mental thing. But standing on this left foot is usually much more challenging for me because it's the foot I broke years ago. And maybe we have trust issues, but just have some fun, play. We all have some storms in our lives, and we can keep that balance. And if you fall out of it, just smile, shake it off, and try again. There are no grades. It is the act of restarting and bringing in that balance. So, bring those hands to the heart. Inhale. And down through that center. That light in me honors that light that shines in you, in everyone. It unites us all. Namaste. Stay warm.